students. Today I am going to teach you the major landforms of the earth, chapter 2nd. Students, today I am going to teach you about major landforms. I have already explained you landforms means the physical features. Physical features includes mountain, plains, plateaus. These are called as landforms. So first of all, I am going to explain that how these landforms came in existence. Students, as you know that these landforms are the result of endogenic and exogenic process. Students, I have already told you our earth surface is not even, it is uneven. Uneven means our earth surface is not plain like a ball, even like a ball. Our earth surface has many irregularities in the form of different physical features. It is called as physical features. So these physical features are nothing but the different landforms exist on our earth surface in the form of plains, plateaus and mountains. So students, we are going to see how this endogenic is also oftenly called as internal force and exogenic, which are oftenly called as external forces. So how these works, we are going to see it one by one. So first of all, we will focus on endogenic process. Endogenic process is also called as tectonic process. Now let's see what is tectonic process. Students, you might have heard about plate tectonic theory. There are plates. I am talking about the lithospheric slabs, which are floating on the asthenosphere on hot magma. There are different movements of the plates. Sometimes the plates, collide with each other, and that time compression takes place, or the folding mountains came in existence. Sometime when two plates move away from each other, tensional force created, which resulted into the formation of valleys and block mountains. Okay, so first of all, we'll see endogenic process, like uh, tectonic plates, when plates are uplifted and when sometimes plates subside. Okay, so endogenic process resulted into the formation of folding, faulting and volcanic eruptions. So we are going to see all these one by one in detail. Folding mountains, volcanic mountains and eruption mountain. But before that, I need to explain exogenic process. What is endogenic process and now what is exogenic process? The internal force create, resulted into exogenic process and endogenic process, and exogenic process are those processes which are created through the natural agents. The running water, moving ice, it are the natural agents which create some irregularities, and it's resulted into weathering, erosion and transportation and further deposition. The running water first erode the earth surface or the irregularities created by the endogenic process. Further they transport it and deposit it somewhere. So exogenic process is also resulted into the formation of plains. Now we are going to see the mountains. Students, because of the endogenic process, as I told you, the folding and faulting takes place, and because of that folding and faulting, mountains came in existence. So we'll see the types of mountains. Number one, first of all, we'll see the folding mountains, then volcanic mountains, and after that we'll see number second, block mountains. Okay, so one by one we will see. Folding mountains are those mountains which are created due to the compression takes place when two plates collide with each other. Okay, so these fold mountains or folding mountains are oftenly also called as young fold mountains because it's geologically recently came in existence. The examples of some fold mountains are Andes of North America, Rockies of South America, Himalayan in India. In India, we have a three parallel ranges of Himalaya: Himadri, Middle Himalaya, and Sivalik. These are the parallel ranges. They are also called as young fold mountains. So these are the two examples I have given you: Rockies, Andes, and Himalayas. Then after that, Alps mountain of Europe. Alps mountain of Europe is also an example of fold mountain. Fold mountains have a steep slopes as compared to old fold mountains. Further, we can divide these fold mountains into two parts: young fold mountains and old fold mountains. Old fold mountains have rounded peaks. They are very old. Their slopes are gentle. Gentle means the degree of inclination is larger as compared to the young fold mountains, which have steep slopes. Steep slopes means the slopes looks like a steep walls. Okay, that's why it's called steep slopes. So young fold mountains have steep slopes. Their peaks, you can say, that are very sharp. Unlike the young fold mountains, the old fold mountains have rounded peaks. Okay, and because of the subject erosion taking place from the millions of years, their height is also decreasing. So if I'm talking about the different old fold mountains, the examples are Ural mountain in India, sorry, Ural mountain in Europe. Okay, and other old forest mountain in Europe are some examples of old fold mountains. Okay, so geologically it is old, and young fold mountains are geologically young. Okay, now we are going to see the fold mountains. Fold mountains are created due to crack or fissure. When two plates move away from each other, it create tensional force. Okay, and tensional force resulted into the cracks of rocks, and that crack line or creates tension on the rock, and sometimes the rocks uplifted, and sometimes it subside. When the rocks subside, it creates valleys, and when it's uplifted, it create the block mountains. And sometime between two block mountains, sometimes when the surface subside, it creates valleys. Okay, so up to here, students, I have explained you the internal force and external force, then types of mountains. Later in second part, I am going to explain the valleys and plains. Okay, till then keep revising all these topics. Okay, have a nice day.